What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the ReZero reaction. Today, man, we got episode 7, I believe. Really, it's 7. It's kind of crazy. It feels like it's going so fast. I can't believe we're already at episode 7, but yeah, episode 7. The ending to the last episode was pretty crazy. Elsa came in. Just everyone's just dead. Petra, Ram, Subaru's land dragon, Patrash or something. Can never remember its name. Frederica, of course. Gonzo didn't stand a chance apparently, even with her beast form. And I think everyone thought Subaru was gonna die there, but Beatrice came in clutch apparently and saved him. But as I said in the last part, he's gonna die without a doubt. There's no way he doesn't die. So in this episode, I'm expecting a death, expecting him to die and restart. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens in this one. But speaking of Beatrice, I'm sure in this episode we'll see Subaru tell Beatrice to ask that question or whatever. You know, remember how Ram told Subaru to tell Beatrice to say something to him. It'll clear up a bunch of things, or something crazy might happen with this conversation with Beatrice. So I'm expecting him to ask her that, and hopefully it'll reveal some interesting things. And also to the commenter in the last video, Kartik, he or she said, if you have the next volume, why don't you read it and compare it to the episodes? It would be great. And as a matter of fact, I do have volume 11. I also have a volume 12. I haven't read these, obviously, but because of that comment, I actually did skim through a little bit of it, specifically the last part where Elsa comes in and, you know, they're fighting and stuff. And Subaru and Ram was actually talking about how that, you know, that big beast, the big mob beast they saw with the horn, I believe it had, someone must be controlling it, apparently. And that someone must be the same person. If you remember back in season 1, the whole like mob beast situation with the kids, someone was controlling those dogs, those mob beasts. And this might be the same person who's controlling the beast that was in the last episode. And I believe they called him a beast maiden. That's the term they used. She's a beast maiden. So I'm thinking that's who Melcy, I believe her name was, who's connected with Elsa. I believe she might be the beast maiden. So that's kind of cool. I'm sure there's a bunch of other stuff. Again, I only skimmed through it very quickly. That's one thing I saw that kind of stuck out. It's interesting how there's so much extra little bits of information in the novels. It's cool to see. So yeah, during this episode I might stop and maybe read some of the light novels version of what's happening and maybe compare the two. See if there's any differences at all, anything that was left out, etc., etc. But without further ado, let us get on to this episode. I'm excited to see this conversation with Beatrice, and we'll go from there. Alright, episode 7. This episode is called Friend. Alright. I should make sure everything's good here. Alright, let's see. What do you got for us, Beatrice? Ooh, it's already... Holy crap. He wants to get out. He wants to leave. He does not want to lose. But Beatrice's like, no. You staying. I have to get the Rem right now. Oh yeah, Rem might be still alive. I have to get the Rem. The reason for returning to that room has just disappeared. So does that mean Rem is gone? Does she know? Oh man, his hand. Gosh. Oh my god, man. I mean, he just saw everyone die. He just wants to restart. He doesn't want any help. Because he looks so pathetic. I can't get a sight of you. Why should I have to do that? Why did he save Subaru then? Oh my gosh. think it might be ruined. We don't know when his new save point would be. Keeps living. She's showing emotions we haven't really seen before. Oh my god. She doesn't want to let him die, huh? I wonder why. There's gotta be some bigger reasoning on why she cares so much. The gospel. Huh. Again, this OST, man. So good. Exactly, why? What if Beatrice is a sin? That'd be crazy. I haven't been commanded to answer that question. She can read it. She can read the book. Man, she might be with the witch cult. I don't know. Everything you do is according. Yeah. Right? That's. Isn't that kind of confirming? It's because of the book. What? Mother? It's like the second time I've heard of. This is. So the book is telling her what to do ever since the beginning. Her interaction with the Subaru, is that what it's trying to get at? And the book is associated with the witch cult, of course. I don't know. I'll let this go on. Alright, what did she say last? You were just a human? Well, we're gonna do Subaru. Oh! My goodness. Oh, Elsa. Wait a second. Is she working with... No. Beatrice isn't working with her, right? No. What? Oh my god, are you kidding me? Beatrice, you're not gonna help him now? But before you were? What's going on? What? She didn't even try to stop Elsa. She didn't even try. I'm gonna look through the book now and see if there's any differences. Actually, nothing was really left out here. I mean, it talks a little more about like the gospel and how the witch cult, obeys it, doing as the text is instructed. It gives it slightly more information about that. The gospel's like their Bible, pretty much. Which we know already. But no, nothing was really left out here. So, Beatrice is... The book confirms that she's very sad at the fact that Subaru dies here, apparently. It's very sad. I'm curious who this mother is of hers, I wonder if the mother gave her that book. That's why she's so invested in it. Because her mother's the only person she really cares about, I think. So I'm thinking maybe her mother gave her that book. If so, her mother's obviously tied with the witch cult, maybe? I don't know, there's a lot of a lot of questions to be had. But yeah, ever since the mob beast incident, when she healed all his curses and stuff, she was doing that accordingly to the book. The book was telling her to do that. So the book is trying to get these people, well, just Beatrice, trying to get Beatrice just, to save Subaru and help him. She doesn't want to, she's just following the book. Which is interesting. But back we go. Same spot. What is he gonna do now? How? How is he gonna fix this situation? Move over a little bit. I was going through these conversations again, these same situations. I wonder if that's a weird look from Ryuzu. I'm sure now he's gonna be supportive of her taking the trials. Because obviously last time, she was pretty sad that he didn't believe in her enough to face the challenges herself. Puck, yeah, we haven't seen Puck in freaking 10 years. What was that? I missed that. All that's left is talk to Roswell. Yeah, he's going through it. I gotta make sure to ask him about Beatrice this time. Oh, he's just dandy. Nothing can be better.
どこも変には見えません。とても落ち着いて見えます。だろう。それならエミリア様があの状態でです。
Oh.
それがかえって危うくありませんか?
That is true. He's noticing Subaru's differences in his emotions. I think he knows Amelia will be alright.
お前のおかげで自信が持てた。ありがとうよ、夫。あれだけいろいろあっても。 冷静にものが考えられてるって証拠だからな。ではローズワールド。今度ははぐらかされてる場合じゃねえ。
Yeah, we'll try to get some information out of this time. Some more information. Garfiel.
お前もよくよくパターン化されないやつだな。ああ？前はこっちに呼び止めなきゃさっさと帰ってたろって話。俺は大事な用事があるんだがな。じゃあ。
Sure, tall guys who wear makeup. Clown makeup. Subaru's gotta get a move on. The change of the course of events, of course. Again, kind of skimmed through the book and comparing it to this little segment that just happened in the anime. There wasn't too many big differences. They did emphasize things a little more, or one specific thing I should say. Like how when he awakens from Return by Death, he's only kind of checking if he's alright. He's checking if he feels alright, patting himself down, making sure he's good to go. And in the book it says he was shocked at his own nerve, checking that he was alright, not at all concerned by the sight of Amelia's suffering. And yet just then, setting his eyes on the girl's pain, he had patted his chest in relief, as if the fact Amelia was suffering at the time of his return was a good thing. And then he says, that's not the thought process of a sane person. And then a little after that, if I turn the page here, it emphasizes that setting his heart, hardening his resolve, he was filled with determination as he reached a hand out to wake Amelia up. As he did this, there was something that Subaru himself did not realize. His face was entirely devoid of any emotion. It really emphasizes the fact that Subaru does not really feel anything at the moment. He's super calm. He wasn't concerned with Amelia at all. And he even kind of realizes it himself. It's like, that's not something a sane person would do or be like. And then after that, not too much change. Just a few little lines added here and there. Back and forth dialogue between the characters that aren't incredibly important to the story. And, it shows Subaru and Garfiel talking about, their hatred for Roswell. And apparently Otto wanted to go with Subaru and meet with Roswell as well. but they're really putting emphasis on how Roswell is a very sketchy person to be dealing with, so you have to watch out. But again, nothing too crazy that was left out there, just a few lines of dialogue, and of course, the first part I was talking about, where Shibu was feeling no emotion, apparently.
お前さ、フレデリカとはどのぐらい会ってないんだ？なんでそんなことはてめえに話さなきゃなんねんだ。つくぜ。
Alright, where are they? Where are they at, though? Where's Garfield leading him? Oh, the Ryuzu. This is different.
ここはリュウズさんの憩いの場所？そんな場所に招待されるなんて、これは秘密を打ち明けられる機会も近い。
Ryuzu's a little sus, to be honest.
それで、さっきの質問、リュウズさんは答えてくれるか？
A question. Oh, okay, okay.
それを知ってスーボーはどうするつもりなんじゃ？
それを使って聖域の人たちを結界の外に連れ出す。それなら試練を受けなくても OK なんだろう。
理屈の上ではそうなるの。しかし、固くなに試練を
Oh,
避
yeah,
けるのは
エミリアに試練を受けさ
because
せた。
Frederica
それは完全な俺のわがまま。
somehow got out without taking it?
固く
Why
な
are
に
you
試練
so
を
obstinate
避けるのは
about going to trial? Because I don't want to force the media to go through it.
それは完全な俺のわがままだな。
それでいい
May
かも
work for the
しれん。
trial.
だが、苦難と相対するたび
Dude,
逃げ続
constantly
け
run
る
away
わ
from
け。
逃げ続ける
hardship.
って話はしてねえ。逃げずに打ち勝ってくれるって。あの子にぞっこんな俺は信じ込んでっからね。
So she can face those challenges later on. Face her past in her own way. A Gagey Guazlia?
ありがたいけど
What?
何言われるかさっぱりわからねえ。
フレデリカが出られたのは例外的な
Something of an
ことじゃ。
exception.
あの子は結界にとらわれ
She
る
does
条
not
件
meet
を
the
満
conditions
た
for
し
being
てお
held
ら
in
ん。
the barrier.
結界にとらわれる条
Or
件。
the conditions are,
ハーフってこと以外に何かある
yeah.
いいや、例外はない。
じゃあ
結界が根血を判別する基準が血の濃さなんじゃ。人とあの血が
Because human and
同等に濃けれ
non-human
ば
blood in
結
equal
界に
amounts
と
still
ら
be
われる。
held within the barrier.
しかし、
So she has more of one race or
クォー
less.
ターとかなら結界にかからない。つまり父親が違えんだ。俺様ガーフィール・キンゼル。あいつとは名乗ってるせいも違えはず
I
だ
wonder
ぜ。
what her surname is. Oh yeah, Bauman. She was born to a human mother and a mixed blood father.
故に
Okay.
森を自由に出入りできる。
Interesting. So that's why.
なびかせた割に実りのない話ですまんかったの。
So what can Saber do with that
使え
information?
ない選択肢がいつまでも残り続けるよりはずっとよかった。いや
On my way to get Roswell
これから
and
了解
get
を
bored
取
of
るんだな。
this.
すげえ大事な話だから口外しないでくれると助かる。
Do we know about this already? Not sure if I
わか
forgot.
った。わしらは郊外線。
What was
何
it?
なりと話すがいい。
Was he changing
試練
something
は
up
エミリア
all
の
time?
代わりに
Okay,
俺が
yeah.
受ける。
Yeah, of course.
試練を超えた？ややこしいことになった。そう思ってるかリュウズさん。
一言一句心中をなぞらえては否定
She was
できない
pretty surprised, it looked like.
しかし、も大事な話がある。
なんだ？
ここで
Right now, I need to
スー
keep
ボーには
quiet and
おとな
behave
しくして
yourself.
もらわねばならんということじゃ。
ん？
What?
どうしてと思っておるじゃろうな。しかし、許しは怖いよ。
What is...
約束は守る。郊外はせん。リュウズシーマの名にかけて誓おう。
What? What is happening to Subaru, man? So again, I skimmed through the book a little, and not much differences here, except the book does explain why he wants to keep it a secret. Like he wants to keep it a secret that he has the qualification to take the trial. And I'll put up part of the page where it talks about it here, but I'll read it out loud for you guys. So it says, last time around, the attack on the mansion had proven Frederica's innocence. However, she had yet to reveal the mastermind who had brought about the teleportation. Now, this whole teleportation thing, I don't really understand. I don't remember any sort of teleporting happening in the last episode. Maybe something was left out that I missed that was in the book. But yeah, Frederica didn't know of the existence of the militants, but it was difficult to think that the manipulator was unrelated to that faction. Accordingly, if Subaru's proposal leaked, that would provide an opening the mastermind could take advantage of. For that sake, he wanted to divulge the information only to the Sanctuary's two representatives in absolute confidence. So that is why he wanted to keep that a secret, so that doesn't get out to anyone, to this mastermind, so they can take advantage of it. But let us continue on. So apparently they didn't like that. They don't like the fact that he's taking the trial, and he wants to. Let's see where this goes. He's all tied up and everything, blindfolded. Like, what the hell, Subaru? What have you gotten yourself into, man? This is... I mean, if he's locked up in here, how is he gonna help back at the mansion? Miasma oozing out of every part of your body. You're a witch cultist. He can smell that. Oh, they know. Smells has been stronger since he came out of the graveyard. That's why they don't trust him. Oh my goodness, man. Yeah, I haven't heard it called miasma. Never heard that. What are you playing? See, we can't catch a break. I don't want to kill you and have it blow up in my face like the fall of Tesla Fortress. Tesla Fortress. Have we heard that before? I can't remember. Man, that's crazy. I always thought he might be able to smell his scent since he has such a good nose. Your eyes look just like that Roswell Bastards. Bro, what? So I just read that part in the novel, and there actually is a couple interesting bits of information here. First of all, from the smaller, not so important side, apparently he was asleep for like half a day. So at that point, people should be worrying about him from like where he is and such. And mentions that every time he returned, Garfiel kind of changed throughout each sequence, each loop. Subaru thought that was just based on a whim, like whatever. It's actually because the miasma, as Garfiel calls it, is stronger. Of course, as you know, each time he dies, the scent is stronger every time. And this is interesting. Okay, read here. The changes in Garfiel's demeanor were based on the changes in the density of the miasma enveloping Subaru. That was why, the first time around, when the miasma was thinnest around him, he proposed that Subaru clear the tomb, and why ever since, as the density of the miasma increased, he became visibly distrustful of Subaru. So, the first time, that's why Garfiel was intent on Subaru clearing the tomb for him, because the witch's scent wasn't so strong. So that makes so much more sense now, because I was really wondering about that. I'm sure many people were. So yeah, his relationship with Garfiel is becoming worse every time he returns by death. So that's really interesting. And Garfiel mentioned he would kill Subaru if he could. But since Subaru has such a relationship with all these people in the sanctuary now, it'll be like an explosion, like the fall of Tesla, or Fort Tesla. Explosion like the fall of Fort Tesla. That's how you say it. So yeah, Garfield filled people noticing that Subaru wasn't around. It would be causing a big commotion and such. So and yeah, that's about it. And then of course, Garfield also mentions it's not just the miasma, the witch's miasma coming off him that pisses him off. It's that look and that attitude that Subaru has that is just like Roswell's, apparently. So that's also the other thing that pisses him off about Subaru. So some interesting stuff, actually. Some interesting stuff. Let's move on here. Okay, so people are actually already looking for him. What is that, Ram? Alright, so this is what Garfield worried about, really.
出てこれねえからね。
一人でいえパックどうして出てきてくれないの
Puck, yeah.
いいじゃん、ちょっとつらかせや。
Oh no.
余計なことを言うんじゃねえ。そうすりゃ
Really? I don't know, bro. Oh, is that some sort of currency? Or something very expensive?
バカみ
Or
たい
is
に
that like
強
something
く
to
す
threaten
や
him?
がって
I don't see Subaru getting out of this
こんな
somehow.
足止め食らってる
Anytime.
場合じゃねえんだよ。考えろ。今分かってるのは襲撃は屋敷に誰かが帰り
Whoever's
着く
attacking
のを
the
待って
mansion
行
will
われ
wait
る
till
こと。
someone
現
arrives.
時点では最長で5日。
5 days.
お前は本当に福音書に従ってきただけなのかよ。たとえそうだとしても、今無性にお前の声が聞きたい。
Same spot, same struggles. Who's this? Ryuzu, perhaps? Yep. That must be so uncomfortable eating like that. Oh, just one spoonful of soup. That's it. That's it, man. Subaru never catches a break. Oh, he's remembering everything. Oh my god. It's almost back then when he got locked up by pencil geese. He's all chained up and stuff. Kind of reminiscent of that. Oh, Otto?
おっと、声は上げないでください。かなり危ない橋を渡ってきてるので、ここで見張りに捕まるのはごめんです。
Always.
お互い諦めないでいただき
Yes,
ましょう。
Otto. That's why you're one of my favorite characters, man. Otto's such a bro.
生きててくれてほっとしましたよ。夏木さん。
今何日経ってる？
A day,
あれから
maybe?
3日です。
3
外は
days?
夜。特にエミリア様の取り乱しようが大きくて、
Uh-oh.
翌日は試練への挑戦を見送られたほどです。
エミリア。
みんな手分けして捜索しましたが、夏木さんは見つからず、
How did Otto
そこ
find?
で迫る様子で試練に挑まれました。
No luck,
それ
though,
でも伝えられ
huh?
ないことに、
になってるんだ。
One thing that keeps bothering me.
あ、いや、なんでお前も聞いてきたみたいな説明なんだ？
ああ、それ聞きますか？少し言いづらいことなんですが、実はですね、僕もガーフィールに目をつけられて、あちこち逃げ回ってる真っ最中なんですよ。
は？
Because he's associated
僕
with
はお
Subaru.
二人が最後に会ったのを見てたじゃないですか。
Somebody
当然疑います。
suspect Otto of
そ
something.
したら彼は言ってきました。夏木さんと彼が会っていたことを秘密にしていれば危害は加えないとね。見返りだと魔石の類も見せてきて、
なのにそれ断ったのか？
当然疑います。そしたら彼は言ってきました。夏木さんと彼が会っていたことを秘密にしてい
If he didn't tell anyone that Subaru met with Garfield, he wouldn't hurt Otto. Okay.
とね。見返りだと魔石の類も
He
見せて
showed
き
me
て、
what looked like a glowing stone as collateral.
なのにそれ断ったのか？それでガーフィールに追っかけられてるのか？
はい。だから情報は全部逃げながら集めたも
Otto,
ので、
coming in
聞いた
clutch.
話なんですよ。
Come on, man, you got it.
威勢のいい
Otto's
選
best
択の割
guy,
に
best boy
ぐだ
Otto.
ぐだなのはご愛嬌なんですよ。まあ、威
Well, it's
勢
pretty
のいい選
funny
択
how
の
long he
割
got
に
thrown
ぐ
out.
だぐだなのはご愛嬌ですが。
バカすな。バカだろ。なんでそんな真似したんだ？顔見るまでは死んだ方がマシぐらいに追い込まれてたからな。でもお前が俺に手を貸す理由が見つからない。
Can't see why you'd help me. I mean, you did save him
あ
once,
のです
Subaru,
ね
right?、
夏木さん。友人を助けようとするってのは、そんなにおかしなことですか
Hi,
ね。
yeah, man.
なんでそんな驚き顔で
Ah, that's so
語ってるんですか、
nice.
この人。
いや、突然俺の知らない人が出てきて。
He's brought up someone I don't know. Eugene. What? Oh, he's said friend. Okay, 'cause friend in Japanese sounds like Eugene. Okay. This is like Shibu's first real friend, kinda, honestly. I mean, he's had acquaintances and such, but this Otto really cares for Shibu. Ah, this is so nice, man. So nice. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. This is good. Man, Otto. Come on, Subaru. You're being such an asshole, Subaru. Oh, I can't stop laughing. Oh my god. That's such a nice moment. Yeah, there it is. Yes, yes, I love this part, man. Oh my god, that was so good. That was so good. I love this episode. I loved this episode. Alright, I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna listen to this ending song. I'm gonna cut it, probably. See if anything pops up at the end of the episode. Oh, wait, there's a Garfiel's at the graveyard right now. Oh, they're getting out of here. Don't need to worry about that. Oh, this 25 more seconds here. A helper. Is this Land Dragon? Oh, Ram. Ram, let's go. Get tricked, boyo. Oh, shit. Oh, no. I was wondering if you could transform. Oh, man. What a fantastic episode, guys. I loved that episode so much. I'm glad I kept watching to the end there. Subaru likes to throw in those after credit scenes, so. Or ReZero likes to, not Subaru. Man, Otto's one of my favorite characters. And I'm so happy that him and Subaru's relationship has just gotten so much closer since the show started, and it's now the relationship can only go up from here, and I'm so happy. I hope Super doesn't die again, because I don't want him to have to reset and have this not happen. That little conversation, that interaction with Otto he had, because that was a beautiful moment, man. I really loved that. So good, so good. But yeah, it looks like Subaru, Otto, and Ram, the gang, is getting ready to go and leave the sanctuary. I guess they're not gonna try to contact Amelia or anyone else before they go, or they might. I don't know. I think they're just getting right out of there, because Garfield's coming for him. He's pissed. He is pissed, man. He ain't having any of this. He ain't having none of it. He's gonna go full beast form. Gonna be looking like a Pokemon or something. And he is that scent as well. He's that scent. He's gonna be able to track him down. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be hard for him to get away from Garfield. It's gonna be really dangerous. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. I decided to try out, comparing the light novel and such. I didn't do it with that last segment because I didn't really feel like it. I feel like as if the anime really just did a fantastic job, and I don't know what else they could have done better there. But who knows? Maybe I'll check back at some point. But yeah, if you want to see me compare the light novel and the anime in the next episode as well and onwards, just let me know in the comments. This video is an hour and 40 minutes long now since I've been reading through the light novel as well, trying to compare the two. I probably missed a little bit, but there were some interesting things that were left out, so I'm glad whoever suggested me to do that did it, because it's cool to see the differences. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for the support. Thank you for watching. Thanks for the comments. Daniel and Tony, thanks for correcting all my dumb mistakes. All the dumb things I say that aren't true. Appreciate it. Keeping me in check, man. If you even get this far, thanks. But yeah, that'll be it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.